Hello, my name is Rachel Fisher, and I am here with Bionic Buzz on the red carpet for the Artios Awards. It's the 38th Annual Artios Awards at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. It is celebrating the Casting Society of America's nominees and award winners of casting directors around America, known for their works for theater, film, and TV. Stay tuned for more interviews to come. So we are here with the two casting directors known for their work for the Cathedral. So tell us, what does it mean for you both to be here tonight?
Oh gosh, so much. I mean, look, I'm a person who loves validation, so getting this from my peers is huge. I think it bought me at least 2 full nights of sleep. If you also struggle with what people think of you, you understand. But honestly, just like amazing, so honored. I've always wanted to do this, so it's just icing. It's icing.
This gift was really, This film was really a gift to us. It came to us in the middle of a global pandemic, and getting to work on a real true micro-budget film. The film was made with under $200,000 with an amazing crew and filmmakers and cast, and everyone really rallied together and said, let's do it. In the middle of a pandemic, let's make a movie. And to see that movie go on to such winning awards and getting recognized for the quality of the work that was done by our filmmaker, Becky D'Ambrose. I mean, it was just an amazing film to be a part of at a time in our society where we really needed to have art to lift us up. And now to see that film's getting this recognition is really lovely.
That's amazing. Congrats. Thank you guys so much for your work.
Thank you.
So we are here with Destiny Lilly, the president of the Casting Society. So tell us, what does it mean for you to be here tonight and celebrating the casting directors and their work?
It means so much. This is our first time back in person in 3 years, and so much has changed, so much has happened, and now I'm really excited to be able to actually meet so many people. There are people here who I've only met on Zoom and who I've only met virtually, and something that I feel like this is the beginning of a trend for us to start doing more in person and starting to have our community continue to build in another way. Our community really came together during the height of the pandemic, and now I get to see the fruits of that labor, and it's really exciting.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. How has Gen Z and the move towards social media affected casting?
I mean, Instagram has become a tool we use, which it never used to be. I don't know. That's one thing I've noticed, but yeah, I'm not sure. Things are always changing, so.
Gotcha. And what does it mean for you to be here tonight as a part of CSA?
Well, I'm a new board member, so I've never been on a red carpet before, and this is all very exciting, and I'm always proud to be part of the CSA.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what does it mean for you to be here tonight?
Well, to be here, first of all, it's incredible to be actually seen and recognized, not just as a casting director on behalf of all my peers here, but as a trans woman, as somebody who belongs to indigenous roots as well, and to actually be able to walk the carpet with professionals that I've admired my whole life is incredible, and to be able to, I guess, I don't want to say build a pathway, but to know that people have reached out to us and saying it's incredible to see people with disabilities, people who are indigenous, people who are trans or non-binary, and to see you out there and doing the work. It's I just got an email this morning from a trans girl in Indonesia who wants to be a casting director, and that I've inspired her to do that. So I think that is I've never really realized that that's what I was doing really, but it's really surreal. For sure.
Amazing. And you, in your work as well, you're making waves. You're part of that movement to increase diversity, especially in media and casting as well. How does that kind of affect the new movement, and what are you looking to see?
So the movement, like how? Define movement?
Yeah, what are you looking to see more on screen, diversity-wise?
Yes, of course. Right now we're launching, with the help of Danielle Pretzfelder and with Felicia Joseph, we've started the Mi Gente Search, which is a Latino initiative, but there's so much behind that. It's not just talking about Latinos on screen. It's within Latinos, we have indigenous Latinos, we have Asian Latinos, we have Afro-Latinos. People don't even know that. So when we talked about having 32 countries that are of Latin America, and people are I thought it was only Mexico and maybe Venezuela. No, there's a lot of that. So I think that what I've come to find what I found out is that it's not just educational to my peers within CSA and SAG-AFTRA, it's also educational to us as Latinos, because a lot of Latinos wrote to us saying that, like, I had no idea that was an issue. I had no idea that we had a large Afro-Latino population in Colombia, for example. I had no idea about the muches and the third gender that exists within the indigenous Latino people. So I think that it's just like educational for us all in general.
That's amazing. And how has social media and this new wave of casting affected your work?
Well, it's interesting because I'm very old school. I come from like old school offices, and so I've always hated social media. And so I was like, please don't like add me, please don't whatever. But like based on some of my specified searches that I've been doing, like we did a Two-Spirit film for Disney Plus. It's going to come out in May. If it wasn't for social media, we would not have found these amazing Two-Spirit people that were in Arizona, in New Mexico, in Canada, for example, because those communities don't have access to us. And so I think that it's opened my eyes to be like, oh, I could see somebody in Puerto Rico or the Dominican Republic or in Cuba and have the ability to put them on screen, for example. So I think that it's opened the doors for people like me who are very old school and against it. So now all the searches, we put something out because I think it's important to, yes, we could have these conversations. We could say we want to include some people, but like if you're not doing an active outreach to these communities that don't have access to us, then we have work to do. But I think that it's been a wonderful tool for us, really.
Amazing. Thank you so much for speaking with us.
Of course. Thank you so much. Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. We are here with award nominee Ryan Bernard-Tmensky. So what does it mean for you to be here tonight?
It means so much. I've been doing this for over a decade and it never gets old. I love the casting community. I love what I do every single day. I love working with actors, and it's not often that casting and agents and managers all get to be together in person, and especially now, it's been 3 years. But it's just always a special night to be able to see all the people that we're emailing and working and collaborating with all year long. So it's always a fun night.
Amazing. And what inspired and where's your passion for theater come from?
It was from when I was a child. I was Oliver and Oliver when I was 12 years old. And it's actually crazy because my parents were never in theater or never in the arts. It was just something that kind of became this safe haven for me as a queer kid growing up in the Midwest. And I think it made me feel safe and it empowered me. And it still does it to this day. It's just like this safe space of creativity, and the community and the people have always been accepting and supporting, and it's a really beautiful art form.
That's incredible. And how does your role in casting play a role in this?
I think my role in casting, I think I take it very seriously in the way of we all know that media is what informs the general public and what changes perspectives, and I think that when I go to cast something, I think about that, is who are the people watching, what change can we make, what representation can we bring to this? And I think that it's more than just giving actors great opportunities, which I love. It's really about representation and those kids growing up at home being able to see a version of themselves on TV and empowering them in that way. So, I mean, that's something that I would say is really important to me with casting.
That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
And we are here with nominee Henry Russell Bergenstein. So what does it mean for you to be a nominee here tonight?
It's very exciting. I mean, when I got into casting, I didn't even know there were awards for it. There aren't in a lot of organizations, but I think the Artios is important because it really sort of lets people know what casting directors do, and it's really one of the earliest parts of the process and shapes a project so specifically and can shape the tone and just the energy of it. So I think celebrating casting directors is important.
Definitely. And speak more on to how casting director actually shapes the role of the story. I'd love to hear more about that.
Yeah, I mean, if you take a show like, no, I'm not going to name a specific show, but you get a script and and the director and writers, depending on who has the input, has a vision for it, but you sort of know the talent in a way and know what someone might be able to bring to a role that isn't obvious, and that can reinvent the role in a different way. Like someone like J. Smith Cameron in Succession, that role was written as a man on the page, and when we cast that pilot, we said, well, can we bring in a woman or two? And we did, and then a lot of the stories that arc tells now wouldn't have been the same, or maybe even like possible or smart if it was still a man. So it just sort of changes the way things can be seen.
Amazing. And you're nominated for casting your comedy. So what was it like for you for actually casting a comedy series?
I love comedy. I would cast comedy always and only if people would hire me only in comedies. I mean, I also am nominated for musicals, which also I love. Musicals and comedy often go together. There's sometimes dramatic musicals, but I love it. I mean, I would cast it all day. Comedians and funny actors they're sometimes separate, but there's overlap. But I love people that make people laugh. So, and I'd love to be a part of that, especially in the crazy world we live in today. To be able to make people laugh a little bit is great.
Amazing, and congratulations on the nomination.
Nice to meet you. Are you the Bionic or the Buzz?
I'm both. Okay. We have some Bionic and the Buzz in there, right? Amazing. Awesome. And we are here with a nominee known for her work for casting Ted Lasso. So what did it mean to you to cast a comedy and then transition to a darker season 2?
A darker season 2? Well, I feel like all the actors we built up and also the new actors that we brought in for season 2 can do anything. They're all really talented people and they can cross to the dark side as required.
What was it like for you to actually cast for this project, and what were you specifically looking for?
Actors who could do everything, and some of them play football, which wasn't easy, but yeah, we found some good people. That's a good.
Where did your passion for casting start?
Do you know what? I originally did want to be an actor, but I saw the light. But maybe that passion that I had when I was a teenager stayed with me, and it's made me really interested in artists generally.
Yeah. And you've brought that to your work and how you can.
Yeah, I'm always rooting for them when they come in. I want them to get the job.
Amazing. And what does it mean for you to be here tonight and nominated?
I'm so thrilled, and to be all the way here from London, to be invited by Apple, it's been wonderful. I'm so excited to be here.
Amazing, thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure meeting you as well. So what does it mean for you all to be here tonight and nominated?
Fantastic, yeah. This is his first time. We've been nominated a bunch as
technically
a team.
my second nomination, but my first time here. Because the last time's been virtual.
Devin, our associate, Nicole and I partnered in late 2014. We won last year, and we're just happy to be here in person.
Amazing. So tell us what you've worked on and what it was like working on your project.
So we do a lot of kids programming and then also independent films under about 5 million. So that's sort of our niche. We like to bounce from kids shows to horror films to drama and then like anything and everything in between.
What a range. So what is it like for you casting actors from different generations, whether Gen Z to millennials?
I think they're all pretty easy to work with. They're all disciplined. They all have the same agent, so they know the proper protocol and they learn pretty quickly. So I think it's efficient. So they're all great regardless of the age. I mean, probably the younger the better for us because they listen more and probably less, less back talk.
I love that. They do. Yes, the children usually listen. Sometimes the adults don't listen.
That's correct. Yeah.
Amazing. And how does social media play a role into casting?
Oh gosh. Well, they do like a lot of, it depends on the project. If it's a project that's under 5 million, like Shayna said, they want somebody with a lot of numbers to bring in the traffic. But if it's like a big budget film, then they don't really care that much about, social media because the material and the money speaks for itself. So,
no, exactly that. The social media numbers sometimes are needed. If it's a low budget film, they want to have someone in there who has a built-in audience. So it's just working with the producers. Do we want that person with the built-in audience or do we focus more on the art? So it kind of depends on who we're working with.
Amazing. And working with kids, what do you specifically look for in auditions?
So that's always a fun question. So we just look for the kids that are prepared, who are there to have fun, who are relaxed, who are not, with children, it's like we don't want them to be too beaten down by the industry already. It's just like a kid who wants to come and have fun and is prepared.
And are very malleable, able to take direction, adjustments on the fly. And most of them are able to because they were taught that early on. So that's ideally what we look for, is someone who's able to run the gamut and just do any twists and turns we require.
Yeah, that's exactly what they said, yeah.
Amazing. Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for being here tonight. Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
We are here with Megan Apostles and Angela Demo. So tell us, what was it like for you both to work on Cha Cha Real Smooth?
Well, it was a complete pleasure. It's one of my favorite projects that we've ever cast.
And it was especially exciting and challenging because we did it 100% virtually during the pandemic, at the height of the pandemic, actually. And we just had an exciting opportunity to really cast inclusively and do a complete youth search for so many kids through the process, which is one of our favorite things to do. Discover new talent. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, and just echoing what Angela said, it was so fun to really dive deep into this search for the kids and for our adult actors as well, to bring on who just bring so much life to the script, written and directed and starring Cooper Rafe, who's so talented. And it was a blast to work with him and the whole team to really bring his script to screen. Yeah.
Amazing. And how did casting play a role in bringing the director and I guess the lead actor's vision to life?
I'm so sorry, one more time.
Oh, how was it? Sorry. How did your role in casting play a role in bringing the big director's vision to life?
Oh, I mean, I think casting in any film is integral. If you don't have actors, you don't have anything. Yeah. But I think that, Cooper played one of the roles, and he was attached. He was attached first, and then Dakota Johnson. And then the rest of the cast was just, so important to compliment them and surround them. I don't know.
No, and I think explain it for sure. I think just kind of grounding everything, and all the actors also brought something unique in their own flavor to it. Leslee and Raul, the whole crew, really. We were so excited to bring them on and let them showcase what they can do within, Cooper's words. So yeah, it was great.
Amazing. And what was it actually like casting over Zoom? And what do you look for, especially being online?
Yeah, it was wild. And we were, a bit apprehensive at first. And we thought, how can we do this, especially with kids? We usually read kids in person, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of kids all day long for weeks and weeks. And so we were a little concerned, are we going to find the chemistry? Are we going to really know and have a sense of people? And it really worked beautifully and enabled us to see so many more actors through collecting self-tapes truly internationally.
Yeah, I mean, I think the kids we ended up casting, one's from New Jersey, one's from Oklahoma,
one's
they
from
were
Boston.
Yeah, so they were all over the place, and it was so great to be able to get them all in the same, Zoom room more or less, and see them shine with one another. So yeah, it was awesome.
Amazing. And how do the kids' roles themselves complement the adults' roles?
Well, the kids are really the heart of the story. I mean, it's there's multiple hearts, I guess, but the kids have this amazing story as how it relates to the adults, and I don't want to spoil anything. It's just such a special,
It really is. I mean, I think we can say it take place in the world of bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs.
Yes.
And so that's such a rich world, and it was so fun to find kids who were just down to play, and they got to go to parties, lots of different bat mitzvah and bar mitzvah parties. So, and kind of how that tied into the larger story was just so lovely. So yeah.
Thank you both. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We are here with nominees known for their work on Family Guy, Jackie Solito and Kristen Terry. Amazing. So what was it like for you both to be here and nominated?
I mean, I've never been to anything so fancy before, so it's lovely to be here, but we're excited to be able to represent the show, so it's really great. Yeah.
Amazing. And so Family Guy is a very known show, so what is it like for you both to be working on a show that's been running for years now?
It's not lost on us how lucky we are that the show is still around and that they keep us around. It's a lot of fun.
It's been a privilege, and it's been a lot of, like Christine was saying, a lot of fun to be able to work with so many talented performers, such great creatives, from top to bottom. It's a beautifully animated show. The writing's fantastic, and we get a chance to bring some amazing, performers to join as well. So it's been a lot of fun.
Amazing. And what is it like actually casting for an animated ensemble piece?
Oh my gosh, our casts are enormous. We both came from live action, film, theater, television, and we're used to 10 to 20 cast members, something like that. We're 45, 60 people an episode. It's insane, so it's a really fast but fun pace, I think, and it gives us, we always say the big difference is we don't have to worry about all the stuff. It really is just what's your vocal talent, what do you bring to the table, and that's just a whole different side of casting that we've really been enjoying.
It gives us the opportunity to meet and work with a lot of really fantastic talent that maybe we wouldn't have had access to in other aspects of casting, and for folks to really explore something that maybe that they hadn't had the chance to do before either, which is really fun. So it's been a lot of fun.
Amazing. Thanks for being here. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome. And we are here with the host of the show, Yvette Nicole Brown. So what does it mean for you to be here tonight hosting this amazing event?
You know, it means a lot. I owe my entire career to casting directors, and every actor, if they're honest, will say that. So this is my chance to kind of give back to everything that they did for me. So I'm happy to be here.
I love that. And how does it for you as an actor play a role with other ensemble members and casting actors to create such a diverse cast?
You know, I think it's important to just be a good listener. That's what people say about acting. You're supposed to listen. And so when you're working with a group of actors, you got to be like, and react to whatever they say, which I think is what makes a great scene and a great ensemble.
Amazing. And what are some audition tips that you maybe have for aspiring actors and people that are looking to get into the industry like you?
Oh, audition tips. I would say learn it well enough that you're comfortable, but don't memorize it, because in the room, the casting director may ask you to do something different, and if you have it set in your mind a certain way, you might not be able to adjust, and that might be the difference between you booking the role or not. So know enough to be comfortable, and then just let it go.
Amazing. And so also one more question for you. So you're working on some fantastic new projects. Tell everyone what you're working on.
I have a new show on Bounce called Act Your Age. I'm with Tisha Campbell and Kim Whitley and Mariah Robinson and Nathan Anderson, and it's kind of a more melanated version of the Golden Girls, and we're 3 women living together and living life together, and it's really wonderful. We're on Bounce Network. We air every Saturday at 8 p.m.
I love it. And comedy's always been a favorite for you, correct?
Say again?
Comedy's always been a favorite for you?
I love comedy. I love comedy. But, you know, I kind of like to dip a toe in all different types of acting. I do drama, I do voiceover, I do commercials. I'm kind of all over the place.
Amazing. And what are you looking forward to in the industry as it keeps building and growing?
I mean, just people continue to work, and that Black and brown people get more opportunities. That's always great.
Thank you so much.
You did a great job.
Thank you. We are here with nominee. We are here with honoree. We are here with honoree Leslee Feldman of DreamWorks. What does it mean for you to be an honoree tonight?
It's the biggest honor of all is to be honored by all your peers and all of my friends and colleagues and family, and I just couldn't be more honored and humbled to be.
I'm here tonight.
Amazing. And where did your passion for casting come from?
You'll see tonight, I mean, I started casting years ago in New York City. I started casting commercials, and my first commercial, which was for Pepto-Bismol, I felt like this is it for me. I love casting, I love actors, and I've been working for Amblin for 28 years, for Steven Spielberg and Jeffrey Katzenberg before that, and I'm just so lucky. I love what I do every day.
And here you are. It's incredible.
Here I am. It's amazing.
So what are you looking for when it comes to new talent, and especially casting a feature versus a television series?
There's not really that much difference in casting anything because I've done TV, movies, and lots of animation. I'm just looking for something that feels right for the role, that reflects the director's vision, and I'm always looking for new actors who bring their own thing to it. And I just stay open all the time to, find the right person, and work with the other casting directors because I'm really an executive. I do a lot of casting, but I work very closely with a lot of other casting directors as partners.
Amazing. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
So nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. And we are here with honoree Rita Moreno, actress. I can
barely hear you.
I'll speak up. We are here with Rita Moreno, nominee. How does it feel for you to be here tonight as an honoree?
Oh, I think it's fantastic. I thought I'd had most of the stuff already, and they come along and surprise you with something else. I'm very flattered, and I'm delighted, because I really, I'm a fan of casting agents. I think it takes an enormous amount of talent to think of which actor or actress would be good for this particular role. You can't just do that because you wanna. You really have to have the ability to say, well, Rita Moreno may not look like she's the right person for this, but I'm betting that she'll do a good audition. That's what they do. And that's fantastic. I have enormous respect for that.
Amazing. And so 80 for Brady, tell us about your role and working with the rest of the cast.
I don't think I have to tell anything about it. Everybody's seen it. and it's still playing in theaters. It reached #1 in the first week, which just absolutely killed me. I got a marvelous a text from Jane saying, "We won."
Amazing. And what was it like for you to tap into this role and comedy as well?
Oh, I loved every minute of it. I loved it. I love the women. We have become friends, and we really care about each other. And I'm just happy for Jane, too, because as she said, what she was hoping is that she would get a new audience. And God knows I think we did.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here tonight, Rita.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
How does it feel for you both to be here tonight presenting and at the Casting Society Awards tonight?
I'm really thrilled to be here. So many of these people have been so amazing to us over a very long time, and so supportive. And so to come out to celebrate them is really just a wonderful
it's really
thing.
nice to see them because we haven't seen them in years.
That's true. We haven't seen them in a while. But also just to be at the, I mean, I've heard of the awards and I've watched them online, but to be here to be able to celebrate them in person is really exciting. They're such champions of actors that it's nice to be there to say like, hey, you guys are great too, you know. So.
Definitely. And how do you both feel that casting plays a role in film in general and bringing a director's vision to life?
I mean, for us, it's like the only way in, you know, and it's just like a nice feeling to feel like someone's on your side before you meet the director and stuff like that.
I think that they can be sort of everything to a project. I feel like their taste, what they value, their selection is ultimately what makes a movie or a TV show. I think that I think they're kind of really responsible for a lot more than people even know.
Amazing. And what are you currently working on? Tell us.
Let's see. What are we working on? Well, she's writing a musical. Then I'm writing with her, but she's writing the music and lyrics. She's about to go open up for Ben Folds performing, and
then I'm going to be in the new show, a Netflix show called Obliterated.
Oh yeah.
That's from the same guys as Cobra Kai, and that came from casting directors at Sony who knew my work, and that's how that happened completely. Yeah.
And
who championed for me.
Yeah.
You know.
And I'm about to start season 4 of Barry comes out, which I'm on, and also another example of casting directors that brought me in for stuff, worked with me a lot to try to get me on that show, and ultimately did. So very appreciative.
Amazing. Glad that you're both here. Where can our audiences find you on social media?
On Instagram, Andrew Leeds. And that's pretty much it.
Lynn's Kraft on Instagram.
LANZKRAFT. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you both.
Thank you so much.
And we are here with Angelique, our nominee for Reservation Dogs. So what was it like for you to cast Reservation Dogs and meet actors to meet the tone of the show?
It is the most rewarding experience I've ever had working on a show. We've gone way outside of the typical casting process. We do the typical casting process through the agencies and everything, but we cast almost half of the young people on the show. We found them on the reservations in Oklahoma. The showrunner Sterling Harjo and I, early on 2019, started scouting for the pilot, did a road trip all over to the different Indian reservations and had big open casting calls and found, these teenage kids and kind of the people that we were really responding to. We ended up kind of finding a way to puzzle them into the show. So, to take these kids who have never had any exposure to Hollywood, so to speak, and didn't even know that this kind of success or, just had no idea about these types of opportunities in their lives, to see them living that out and thriving is the most rewarding thing. Yeah.
Incredible. Thank you so much for speaking with us, and congrats on your nomination.
Thank you.
We are here with presenter Glynn Turnman. What does it mean for you to be here tonight at the awards? What does it mean?
This is exciting. It's exciting. I'm honored that wonderful, gorgeous lady asked me to present her with this prestigious award.
Amazing. And what does it mean for you, yourself, and your career to be in the presence of such amazing woman, Rita Moreno?
Well, you got to understand that she is indeed an icon and a connection to Hollywood in a way that there are very few people still around that have that connection to Hollywood, who are able to tell some of the wonderful stories, of what Hollywood was and is, and that she's still going so strong is fantastic. And for me to be a part of that narrative is absolutely an honor.
Amazing. And yourself, known for your work, tell us, how does casting and your inspiration play a role into what you do and your entertainment?
Say it again?
Yes, how does casting play a role into what you do and bringing your vision to life?
Oh, well, the wonderful thing about casting agents is people kind of overlook the fact that they sort of have a third eye. It's wonderful when you go in as a producer or director, as I have done, and said, I wanted so-and-so for such and such a part. And then for somebody out of nowhere, the casting agent says, had you thought about so-and-so? Or had you thought about turning that part into the part for a woman? Or da-da-da-da-da, and just come at it from a whole different place. So casting agents has quite a skill.
Definitely. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you, dear.
Awesome. We are here with Ivy Eisenberg, known for her work for Love, Death, and Robots. What does it mean for you to be here tonight?
I'm so excited and I'm so honored. Love, Death, and Robots is going into its 4th season on Netflix. It's a wonderful project to work on. I love working with David Fincher and Tim Miller and Jennifer Miller and the whole team at Blur Animation, Blur Studios. It's really such a blessing to be here. Animation, I feel like, is an underappreciated art, and it takes thousands of people to make even short form animation. So I'm just one of an amazing group of people that gets to work on this project with literally the best of the business. So I feel really honored.
Amazing. And how has casting in your role played a role in bringing the vision of the actual show to life?
Say that again.
No, you're good. So how has your role in casting been able to bring the message of the show and the director's vision to life?
So I specialize in voiceover. I specialize in animation and casting for video games, which is trifold on this particular project and then also in my video game work. It's performance capture, it's voiceover, celebrity casting, all kinds of it runs the gamut in terms of the types of people that we include in the show. Because it's an anthology series, there are a lot of different types of talent that we utilize. It's been great because I get to go to theater and cast people from plays that I see, voiceover for my extensive work in voiceover for franchises like Call of Duty and Far Cry, Watch Dogs, a lot of top tier video games. And I was able to sort of put all that experience, both on camera and voiceover, into the work that I do for this show. So it's been really great.
That's incredible. And so for next kind of in casting, what are you guys looking for, and what has been the new way and the new movement with social media? How has that affected casting?
Sorry, say that again.
Yes, you're good.
If the mic is for you, that's great, but I'm not hearing you.
No worries. So what is new in casting for you and your process?
So my process, it depends on the episode. Because it's an anthology series, each episode is different. And so it is just like any other anthology series, like the work that I did previously for Robot Chicken, or like Black Mirror, or any show where each episode is a standalone work of art. So I approach each episode differently. The beauty of the show is that it incorporates a lot of different mediums. We've done live action, we've done performance capture, we've done voiceover. So it's one of those things where I get to utilize people from all walks of life, all mediums. I watch a lot of TV, theater, films, and each thing is its own special little dessert, and each one has its own distinct flavor. And so that's the beauty of a show like this, is that every single episode is a new surprise and has something very cool in store for the audience.
Amazing, and congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
And we are here with nominee Becca Burgess, known for her casting work for the menu. So tell us, what does it mean for you to be here tonight?
I'm honored. This is really exciting. It's my first nomination, so I'm really thrilled to be here. I have been working by Coastal, so it's fun to be back in Los Angeles. It's been a minute, so I'm really excited.
So tell us, what was it like for you to put together the ensemble of the menu?
It was really fun. I have typically worked on the Los Angeles side of casting, so this was one of my first projects working on the southeastern side. So it was really cool to kind of get that under my belt, learn some new actors, be in a different market. So it was really fun. And it's, obviously a crazy movie to watch. So.
And what were you specifically looking for when it comes to the actors and putting together the ensemble?
For me, I personally really love nuance and depth to an audition. So somebody that brings a lot of colors and levels to a read and to a character, even if it's maybe something that's out of the box, that's really important to me. So I really appreciate that when actors do that.
Amazing. And how do you believe that casting brings together new ideas for audiences and the vision to life?
Well, our whole job is like finding people who are maybe not the cliche of what the role is, or maybe not necessarily on the nose or on the paper. So finding someone who works really well within the ensemble that is maybe an out-of-the-box option, that's always a really cool experience.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Becca, and congrats.
Thanks.
For the Dropout. Dropout, yes. I've seen it, loved it. Oh my goodness. Definitely a big fan. So we're here with a nominee, Mark. So tell us, what does it mean for you to be here tonight and nominated?
I mean, it feels terrific. It feels wonderful to be acknowledged by my peers and other people that I really, really respect. So I couldn't be happier.
And what was it like for you to actually craft the cast of The Dropout and bring together a true story's vision to life?
Yeah, along with the wonderfully talented Jeannie Bacharach, we put together a really wonderful cast that we're really, really proud of. I don't know, I'm no good at these. I'm terrible at these. I'm horrible.
Oh, you're doing
great. It felt great. We're very proud.
Where did your passion for casting start?
That's a great question. Wow. I don't know how to answer that. I really don't. I don't do a lot of interviews. This is fun.
That's okay. You're so passionate. You're so involved in your work. That's how it works.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Amazing. And so, what I guess is new for casting, and how do yours work? What do you see next for casting? Social media playing a big role into it?
No comments.
Okay, we'll take that. Thank you so much. Thanks, Mark.